Pooh. Greetings internet, I hope you're doing well. Long time no see, hey, but it is what it is. We have serious cooking to do. So some time ago, the RuneScape creator Jimmy had created the video titled "We May Not Get Another Good MMO." And multiple people reacted to it. And we all agree on the diagnosis. Yes, the MMO genre have a tumor, it have seizures, the graph is beep. And you see on these movies when they bring this machine to electrocute.
And clear.
No response.
So this is what happened. We all agree on that. There is no question asked. But when it comes to symptoms of the disease, the financial angle, the community angle, I disagree. I have completely different viewpoint. And now we have 1v5 situation on 1v6 because people mostly agree with the video. So of course I had to be prepared. Buffs, I had to do research, I had to lay down. And I am lazy, balding, old, fat fuck. So it didn't help in the production. That's why it takes so much time. But finally we are here. From the video, you get an impression that developing and financing MMO is an endgame. This is as far as you can go and this is as hard as you can go.
Is developing a massive multiplayer online role-playing game one of the hardest things you can do.
And don't get me wrong, they are tough. But NCSoft exists. NCSoft is a Korean MMO developer that in mid-2000 they were pumping MMO every 2-3 years. Every 2-3 years you have new MMO, Ion, Guild Wars 2, Blade and Soul, and I had played most of those MMOs. From the technical point of view, like music, graphic, how many classes were available, the combat, the skills, the animation, they were quite complete products. They felt good. But the story was dog shit, and the endgame revolted around kill 10,000 monsters, then upgrade your weapon from +5 to +6. Oops, it failed, start from scratch, RNG slot machines distinguish as a game. But hey, you have to give credit where credit is due. They went against World of Warcraft on its top condition, Wrath of the Lich King. And most of them survive until today. Next in the menu, maintenance cost. Take this one with the grain of salt because I was unable to get any official data, any official information, and dig a lot, and it is what it is. So I decided to look at biggest private Lineage 2 server called Project Masterwork. They have quite impressive repertoire, so I decided to go along with it and try to ask some staff members how much it cost. But before that, let me tell you about its life cycle so you can imagine what you are dealing with, what kind of animal you're dealing with. So you have one server, 1000 online, and around September, October, November, there is second server opening, the new season start. And all the lineage Andes, balding fat fucks assemble from the graves, and the server hits about 15 to 20,000 numbers, in the peak. So now we are talking. And being the nature of the game, it's open world PvP, grind fest, grief fest, chat with game awards. Around March, April, there is one big aliens and everyone else is dead. And they merge this extra one server, seasonal server, to its eternal server. And history repeats. Around June, July, they introduce new zone or new class, some new updates, some new improvements for the next season. On top of that, you have website that actually function and you can check your gear score, you can check other people's gear score. We didn't get it with Lost Ark and Amazon. And they have custom-made anti-cheat to block all of the, botting and hey, it's 20-year-old game. There is shitloads of hacks. So for all of that, one guy told me that all of that cost around 100,000 a year. Other guy tell me 150,000 a year. Those days, infrastructure is really not that expensive. It's cheap. It's 2024. What is expensive are people's salary, but you don't really need that many of them. And if you are interested, we can try interview the admin of the server and maybe he will give us exact numbers. Let me know in the comments below if you will be interested in that kind of the video. Development of the game, development of the expansion and updates. That's the main cost of the game of MMO. Maintenance, nowhere near. The game needs subscription and microtransaction on top of that to maintain its server. It's complete bollocks. And hey, if you play Final Fantasy or World of Warcraft, every time there is new expansion, you pay the box price. So the subscription plus the box price should be enough to maintain the servers and pay for the development for new expansion. So we need to look for the problem somewhere else.
Yeah, here's the biggest sadness, dude. I worked 2 years of overtime straight on StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty made less money than the horse, the first Sparkle Pony horse in World of Warcraft. A $15 microtransaction horse made more money than StarCraft 2.
So why we are keep hearing from all of those devs and all of those media, oh, games are so expensive to make, so hard, what's the problem? And they still sucks. They still sucks. There is like 1,000 issues with the industry right now and you can do like a 1-hour video on it. But that may be for the next one. For this one I will give you like maybe 2 main reasons. Those companies are overpumped. Too many people working on them. Imagine this. You have a table and you want to lift it and take it to 2nd floor of your house. What you do, you call one friend, hey, with 2 person, easy, boof. And then your friend is like, come on, let's call another 2 people. Now there is 4 of you, it's even easier. Amazing. And there is 4 people now, and you call more, now 6, 8. And you know what's happening? It's harder to leave the table with 6 people or 8 than it's with 2. Because you start interrupting each other, the workflow, And a good example of it is Diablo and Patch of Exile. Patch of Exile. How many people work on Patch of Exile 1 and 2? 120, 130 people. How many people work on Diablo 4? 9,000. And the game costs 600 mil. And is Diablo 4 like 9 times better than Patch of Exile? You know the answer. For the second one, games are art. They are 70-80% art and 20% technology. And what those companies trying to do, they want to make car assembly line. Oh, let's add wheels, let's add doors, let's make multiple colors so everyone is happy, and boom, every year new Call of Duty, every year new Assassin's Creed. No wonder they sucks. Art need inspiration. Some people need to get high. Some people need to go to the mountains and see the rising sun. You cannot just automate it and slap generic shit together and expect it to work. So Wizard, if there is no problem in making MMO, where are they? Where is it? Where is it? Let me cook. At first, let me introduce this individual. Smart, good looking, millionaire, S-tier 5-star girlfriend, Unfortunately, he is suffering from incurable disease. Gacha brain rot.
Let's go! Wait! Let's go! Yes, dude! Winner! Yes!
Embodiment of evil. Satan himself. Mr. Tecton. #1 gacha streamer in entire planet. And I tried those games myself. Zoneless Zone Zero, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail. And I think those games are made for 15-year-old kids. And they put me into the bed. But eventually, I had installed Wuthering Waves. And unfortunately, I need to say this, the game is good. The game is good. It have MMO flavors in it. I'm beating bosses. I'm making builds. I have healer, I have tank. I'm farming. I'm crafting. Dude, those games are making shitloads of money. And I can cope. No, not true. It's impossible. 2 + 2 is not 4, it's 5. No. But this is the future. While we are molding about MMO, the Genshin devs are building another thermonuclear reactor founded by waifus. This is the reality where we're living. There is no money to be made in MMO. You make the game with gacha mechanic and some MMO flavors and you're getting trillions. Why would you develop an MMO and spend 100 mil and get 200 mil back if you can develop gacha with MMO flavors and you get bazillions? You get 100 million in a month. But let's put emotion aside and let's see the numbers. Honkai 60 mil. Genshin 40 mil. Honkai Global 35. Genshin Global 30 mil. Naruto Mobile 30 mil. Love and Deep Space. What the fuck is this? 27 mil. Wuthering Waves 27 mil. Wuthering Waves China 19 mil per month. And this is mobile only.
I'm not bringing this up and lecturing you guys for no reason. I'm doing it because a recent survey of 5,000 American adults who play video games found that 82% of them said they had made an in-game purchase in a free-to-play game, not ever, in the last year.
And you remember the company we were talking at the beginning, NCSoft, that were pumping MMO after MMO? Let's say how they doing. They released their quarterly report. Those prices are presented in their South Korean currency wons. So I'm gonna translate them to dollars. Million of dollars. So Lineage made around 16 million dollars. Lineage 2 15 million dollars. Adion about 10 million dollars. Blade and Soul you can ignore for now. Guild Wars 2 $18 million per 3 months. January, February, March. They didn't release their quarter 2 yet when I'm making this video. So Genshin Impact made more in a month than Guild Wars 2 in 3 months. And what makes it good? What makes it even better? And it's like cream de la cream. Because they are, in 2012, they stopped making MMOs for PC. And they start making MMOs for mobile. They translate those games for mobile market. And let's unveil it. Paboosh. Double or quadruple the income. That is PC counterpart. A retarded version of the game with gacha pay-to-win mechanics that is inferior to its PC counterpart does double or quadruple the money. Why would you spend money on MMO if people do not want to play MMO, they won't jerk off to their phone. There is just no money to be made in MMO space, and this confirms it black on white. Same game, inferior version, but on phone, superior. It is what it is, and no amount of copium gonna change that. Oof, with the financial angle done, we still have some obstacles to overcome. Let's skip the obvious one like monetization and DEI and explore the less known ones. Lack of trust. MMOs are those games when you climb over this huge ass mountain. Oh, leveling up. Oh, this fucking shitty quest. Oh, dailies. Oh, crafting gear. Oh, this boss. Oh no, we are wiping it for last week. Please. Oh, finally loot. Oh, yes. And then you finally climb on the top of the mountain. You get your drops. You get your bees. You're like, I feel good. And then, if the game dies and no one cares, because the developer is shitty, well, or your climbing goes to shit. You know? And the next example is when the developer give those motherfucker a lift. So you climb all of this mountain and next patch, hey, they got the elevator to your position, and you're like, eh. Happened to me lately with the game called Tekken. I try, yes, let's go, I'm gonna be top 1% Tekken God, I'm gonna make channel, we're gonna pump. And right where I was around like top 10% in this game, oh, they add cash shop, battle pass, they start banning, they start copyright striking content creators. Oh. And they completely shift the game towards casual audience. 100% easy mode casual shit. And I said to myself, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. And I don't give a fuck. I play like once per week, twice per week, just to, you know, keep my hands rust free, and I hope for the better future. But I completely lost interest into the game. So if the game puts this huge ass mountain in front of you, you have to have faith in developers that they're gonna go things right. And when you're gonna overcome all of these obstacles, you're gonna feel appreciated. We have to go back. We have to go back to the past and abandon all of those shitty systems. No trade. Weeklies. Dailies. You go to the dungeon with your friend, you are a mage. He is a tank. You drop the armor for a tank, he drops the stuff for the mage. Boom, bind on pickup. Cannot trade. 300 different currencies. Energy system, energy limiters. Gender lock. Limited parties. Limited entries. Those system makes the game worse, makes the game dog shit, and we need to go back to the drawing boards and abandon all of this bullshit and think about something new. What it's gonna be? Well, the time will tell. So how I see the future? We are not gonna get MMO from big companies because there is no money to be made. Money is in mobile market and gacha. It is what it is. But it's not all dark and grim, because we are living in times of rapid AI development. In 3 to 5 years, when the AI gonna get good enough to do heavy lifting behind development, we're gonna have people with 1, 2, 3 million budgets be able to create their MMOs now. So we're gonna have, I'm gonna have so much work to go through all of this shitty ass basement made MMO to review them. You're gonna have so much games and so much slop to go through. I will need to get overtime. But hopefully from all of this AI swamp, the game gonna emerge, and we gonna spend next 10 year come to new MMO. That I wish to myself and you guys. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. If you want more, I would like to invite you to my stream where we can play some chill games. This guy is fucking typing on chat to some random dude and he's owning me here too. GG. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. More content to come. Stay tuned. Poof.